do a storm drive. Allegedly, well, actually, it's pretty good info that Yucaipa, Calimesa just got hit with a bad windstorm. Thunderstorm blowing through. On the left there, I'm on, where am I at? Outer Highway 10. That's the old custom car place, that blue place there. I forget who took that over. Somebody took that over, but that, I guess COVID wiped out the custom, you had play toys for, old hot rods. That's Termite. That's Craig Termite. Moved in there. Oh. They did my house when I, see, look at all the debris. Yeah, the wind came through here bad. They did my house when I bought my house in 92, because I remember, I couldn't believe it. Not to knock Craig's, but in my windows there was sticks, so you couldn't, for burglary, so you couldn't slide the window open. There was like hockey sticks and rods and stuff to keep the windows from sliding. Well, whoever the guy was, he or the crew couldn't figure out how to pick the stick up without breaking the window. They broke every window in the house. Instead of lifting it all the way up, they lifted it 2 inches and pulled it, which cracked the bottom of the far corner. Every window. I couldn't believe it. And I was a renter, so I showed the manager or no, wait, I was the buyer. I'm trying to remember what happened. I think insurance picked it up. I should have slapped them with a bill. That was ridiculous. You'd think after the guy cracked the first one, he would have just, maybe had somebody help him, or I don't know. Anyway, that was 93. And I guess they never said nothing to their boss. That's the other thing. If you do something that stupid, you show your boss. You own it. But they never did. Never heard a peep from them. Anyway, I need to go down. I wanted to go down Wildwood. I missed the turn here. Let me find a road here. What is the road here? Oh, look at this. Like an alley. Got a sign. Oh, Fairmont Street. Never been down there. Make sure it's clear. But you can see there's a lot of debris up on Sunset. I came down Sunset to Outer Highway 10. There's a lot of debris up there. It sprinkled a little bit in Redlands, but that's been it. A lot of lightning, Big Bear, Mount San Jacinto. The lightning the bad storm cell kind of curved and went toward Big Bear. It was headed right for Redlands and it curved. They kind of hug the mountain. Sometimes they won't come at us. They're building something here. I'm not sure what's going on. I just stayed at La Quinta. I had some work going on at the house, so I stayed a couple nights. I love this hotel. I got it for $120. I think it was through Priceline. Nice and clean still. It's a newer motel. Nice and clean. The staff is real helpful. And they have I got a bad knee, so I get that. They have accessible, what they call it. It's got a shower where you can roll in a wheelchair. I'm not in a wheelchair, but it's got a lot of grab bars, which I feel safer. And I lifted my leg over a tub. It hurts my leg, and I don't want to fall. There's a guy on my bumper already. You got crosses all down here of accidents, and these people will not slow down. Anyway, great breakfast, sausage, eggs, pancakes, whatever you want, waffles, good coffee. Parking's good. The pool was open. The gym, I use the gym a little bit. What else? Yeah, I like it. It's one thing I found out. I thought I was booking through Wyndham. I did I booked through what I thought was their website, But it turned out it was redirecting me to Priceline. So when I went to get my rewards, for my three stays, I didn't get it. They said you got to book through them, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought I did book through you guys, but it makes sure if you want your rewards points, that you book through them. Which I thought I was. I didn't catch it never said Priceline anywhere when I was booking. So that kind of missed out. Of course, you get it cheaper with Priceline, it's kind of a push. You get it cheaper through Priceline, and if you do the rewards, you get, like a free stay after. I'm gonna let jerk off past me. Instead of having him hang on my bumper. Speed on, Kia. You can't slip a piece of paper between my bumper and your car. You're too close. If you're under a car length at 40, 45, you're too close. Mrs. Kia. Oh, let's see. I don't see any debris over here, but yeah, Sunset hit a lot of debris. What's the little... There's a sign with a tree with an arrow. And I just showed the point. I just did a video up there. The point is now closed. You can't drive out to the point off Sunset up there. They call it the point, the lookout. It's completely blocked now. They got K-rails there and cables for, there's that sign by, maybe that's a home. You can't get out there. You can walk out there, but that road used to go all the way through. In fact, we watched Haley's comment up there when the road went all the way through. They turned it into a cul-de-sac, and in the wall, you could walk to the wall, and then there's a trail that goes down. Now it's blocked completely at Sunset. They said power was off up here too. When they say 4th and Avenue E. What's that sign say? By PHB Homes. Okay, it's a home. That's what I was wondering. It looked like it's a home sale. You can still see the trees are still blowing around a little bit. Never really rained hard, just a little bit of... I don't even think my rain gauge... It was about 90 days since last rain. It's showing 9 days. The other day we had a little spit of rain. It didn't even register on my rain gauge, but it's saying they counted that as rain, which technically I guess it was. It spit rain for a couple minutes. Not enough to measure it, but... We had 50. Yeah, they're saying down in here the lights are working. Flag, they got construction going on there, down there to my left. Flagman, looked like one lane flagman deal. The other day they had, I think it was water. It was 16th and Avenue E. Yucaipa water. They had, I guess they were going to trench a pipe. And Edison was in there, I guess, in case they had to move something. That was a couple days ago. Okay, now I'm getting rain. A little bit. I gotta fix this stupid mount. I need some tape right now. I can't get that nut tight enough to keep it from swiveling. I got some tape in here. Duct tape, baling wire, and WD-40. Stop signs are still working. They're not off. What? And we're not hitting the roundabouts, thank God. Where we at? We're on Wildwood, I think. Wildwood Canyon. I think this is going to go all day. It's coming in from the east. It's kind of like monsoon will blow up from Baja, southeast, east. It's going to do this tomorrow. thunderstorms. There was a pretty nasty cell that went over Calimesa, Yucaipa. It was heading right for Relics and it hooked north of Big Bear. That was a pretty, it was, the yellow's usually bad. There's a lot of trash cans knocked over. Yeah, see right there? Yellow's usually bad. This was like the orange-red. When you get orange-red, that's wind and lightning thunderstorm. I see emergency lights behind me. Something's coming up way back. Looks like an ambulance. Yeah, I need to get over up here. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Pay attention here. Yeah, he's coming up. There's an ambulance coming. See if I can find a safe place to pull over. He's still way back there, but see if he comes through the light or the stop sign. If he does, I gotta get over. Now he turned. He turned right back there. Let's say I'm gonna have more trash cans over there. Of course, yeah, that trash can's over. They got bears in there. They've been seeing a bear down here by the park, Wildwood Park. He's been going hitting trash cans. It's not the one with the ear tags. They ended up having to put that one down. I haven't seen any limbs down. Oh, there's one right there. Looks like off that eucalyptus. I'm not sure if that's from this storm, but it looks fresh. Looks like a eucalyptus limb. The eucalyptus that's one bad thing about having eucalyptus is their limbs come down. In fact, there was a little boy just killed in Chatsworth. He was at a city-run summer camp. Poor kids just sitting there having fun. Summer camp, and boom, limbs snapped off and come down and killed them. I think it's 5 or 6. That's terrible. There's a limb right there. See him? Yeah, there's some limbs off that. That looks like a eucalyptus. What was that? Nah, that didn't look like eucalyptus leaves. The bark did, though. Yeah, there's ukes and pepper trees. Pepper trees are notorious for losing limbs. Oh, no. That's fine. They fill up homes right here on the right. This should just be a big field. Like this log cabin, this little log cabin. Yeah, this is the right spot. That little log cabin, we wired that, back in the late 80s. That was the only thing out here. Then he built a bigger, I'm not sure which owner. We built that little cabin for a couple and a kid. 2. But somebody built a bigger log cabin. That was all that used to be out here. All this development down here was not out here. Nothing out here. Get rain now. Get over these guys go by. Keep the lights on, please. We can see you. Yeah, the bears were down here in Mirage Grandview. I think it was one on the street I saw. The young female, they moved her upper desert. She came back. Bears moving them doesn't work. They come right back. They can home in. And I think she was breaking into homes. I'm pretty sure she got put down. Yeah, it was sad. She got hit. I'm pretty sure she got either hit by a car. I'm trying to remember. There's been so many of them. Then there was another one that was hitting Arnott's. Staying on green spot. It was a mama and 3 cubs, 4 cubs. Yeah, it was unusual. One cub got hit by a car and killed. It's so sad. Those little guys, they don't have a chance. And they were tearing up Arnott's. And Arnott, I can't remember the owner's name, Judy. She asked for help, and so a couple of us gave her some tips. Candy cans was real good with bear stuff. How to bear-proof your place. Of course, if you're running a stand, with chickens and fruit trees, it's hard to protect it. You can't put that up. You can put chickens in a coop, but I ain't seen a coop yet that'll stop a bear. If they want the chickens, they're gonna tear the coop apart. But she said they're doing better, so hopefully. And Mama's in there teaching, 3 cubs how to be, get. You want them scared of humans. You want them running and staying away from home, but she's teaching them, easy, fast food. And that's what a lot of those mamas do. They teach the cubs bad habits and get them in trouble. Here's that was a city park back there, Wildwood City Park, nice park. The state park's up here. We already went by it. We already went by it. Still a new home right there. This is a nice candy. I'm gonna turn off. We already went by the turn off for the state park. If you come in here, be careful. There's cougars in here. There's a lot of deer. You'll see deer up there. You'll see mountain lions, maybe a bear. A lot of deer in there. It's a nice hike up to an old house. Coming up, this is up Hidden Meadows. Yeah, right here is Hidden Meadows. I trapped a pit bull back in here. In fact, somebody tied him to a post. When I got there, he'd shoot through the leash, and I thought, you know what, this is a mountain lion area. I found fresh mountain lion tracks. He was smart getting off that leash because that mountain lion may have been heard his ruckus that he was making and came in to take a look. The sad thing about that guy was he was really aggressive. We couldn't calm him down. A lady came and talked to him for 20 minutes. I called animal control because I couldn't take him. And I got nowhere with him. Usually I can calm him down. But he was really super hyper aggressive. And I told him, you got 20 minutes because the animal control's going to come take him. We couldn't leave him there. He was a danger because he was aggressive and he was, that mountain lion would have probably ate him. Not a good way to go. And she couldn't get nowhere with him. 20 minutes later, animal control shut up and I helped him get the catch lead on him, or the snare pole. Man, he was a handful. There was a little short guy. Animal control, and I said, you sure about this? I said, I'll do it, I've done it before. What you do is you set the trap up vertical, so that way if you do it with it laying down, when you open the gate they can bust out before you get the catch pole on. When you stand it up, they can't jump out, so you can put the catch pole on them when it's down low, or when he can't get loose. You don't want to get bit. That's the whole. Some people get upset with the catch pole. I don't like using the catch pole, but you don't want to get bit. So if it's a very aggressive dog, you have no choice. And I just saw a video where people were going after the Beaumont guy, picking the dog up. That's what, you got to get him in the truck. You got to get it. People got upset about that video, and it's not pleasant to watch. But again, you don't want to get bit. You can't take him out of off that catch pole. I wanted to go up to Oak Glen. I can get something to eat. What time is it? 10 o'clock. I don't see a lot of tree limbs down over here. I should go down throughout Calimesa. That's what I should do. I wonder if George's is open. might turn around up here and I'll go back down. Go through Calimesa a little bit. Because I don't see any damage over here much. Yeah, we'll turn in here. Little blind corner though. Yeah, I'll turn around. We're pulling out of their back. Oh, look at this. Yeah, see the limbs? A lot of debris from, and the trees are still going crazy. This is nice up here. Nice view. Well, that poor, look at this poor birch tree when I back around. That poor birch tree, it's coming out of the ground. Wow. See that? That tree's about to come out. That sucks. Look like they just planted it too. I lost an avocado like that. It snapped the support poles and pushed it over. Oh, that's for sale. Look at that view. That's nice. Road isn't real busy, but man, that's a heck of a view right there. We're selling that. Von Webb with Remax. For sale. I'm gonna guess $1,900,000. You got Primo. Lot's kind of not real big, but that almost looks like a pre-manufactured house that they added on to. My cousin did that in Iowa, and you know, I'm not a fan of those, but he added on and tricked it out, and you can't even tell it's a pre-manufactured house. It looks like a regular house now, which saved him a lot of money. I don't know what it does on resale though. I would think that would hurt it, you know, when you disclose that. Where am I going? See, that way it's going to go down into Beaumont. I want to go Calimesa. Go back down Wildwood. I think I need to end this video. I usually stop them in about 20 minutes. And we're about there, so we're going to pull up and start a new video. There's a little bear sign right there. Yeah, take it easy down through here. There's a lot of bears. See ya.